Okay, guys, let's get started. So, welcome and welcome back to Pick It Up, and welcome back to a new episode of the series Dolce Salato. This is the Italian baking series live every Wednesday evening. Today, we will be making pignoli. If you guys know what pignoli is, if you ever try them, they are delicious Italian cookies, of course. And those cookies are very popular in Italy. Just like any other kind of cookies, usually we bake them on Christmas time, but do we really need to wait for Christmas time to bake them? You make them and then you'll let me know if they are worth it to bake those cookies more often than Christmas time only. So pignoli are very popular in Italy, and the name originates from a combination of two words, which is pinoli from pine nuts and pigna from pine cone. So the combination of those two makes the name pignoli cookies. Now, those cookies, if that helps, are also very healthy, so don't feel guilty to make those cookies and eat those cookies because they have almond. They are made with almond. Healthy, if that helps. But one more thing that I want to say that is very important is that they are actually gluten-free. So yeah, if you have any issue with that, those cookies are gluten-free. Again, they are made with almonds and pine nuts and sugar. So if you have any issues with gluten, those are the cookies for you, for sure. So let's talk about what we need for this recipe. The tools that we need are a food processor. If you make a bigger amount, I'm making today half recipe. If you want to make a bigger amount, the full recipe, you can totally use, I actually suggest to use a stand mixer. Just make sure that you use the paddle attachment. You need a zester to zest a little bit of lemon, and your ingredients really, and then you need a ice cream scoop or just a tablespoon, a baking sheet or two, and I will tell you why, so just stay with me. If you have two baking sheets, that is a little trick that I'm going to tell you when it's time to bake those cookies. And that's pretty much it. Ingredients. The ingredients are obviously pine nuts. We need icing sugar. We need sugar, salt, almond flavor to enhance the flavor, but if you don't have to go with almond flavor, it will make a difference though. Vanilla extract, lemon, egg whites, and most importantly, we need almond paste. So almond paste and marzipan are two different things. Usually marzipan doesn't get baked. It's way more sweet, and it's usually used to make those kind of cookies, Sicilian cookies or treats that have the shape of the fruit. I don't know if you've ever been to Sicily. They make those kind of cookies like an apple shape or pear shape or with that marzipan. They're absolutely beautiful. They look like it's almost so bad to eat them, but that's true art. They are made with marzipan, so much more sweet. With almond paste usually is meant to be baked, and it's very simple to make. I don't have the recipe in this recipe. We are not going to go through the process of making almond paste, but the recipe and the video is on Instagram and in shorts as well on my YouTube channel. So you can see the recipe, the instructions, and a very short video on how to make it. Super simple. You only need sugar, corn syrup, and almond flour. That is it. So we are using almond paste today, and you can, keep it in the refrigerator for days. Anyway, you will see the video and you can get a better idea. Very easy to make, you will see. Just a few minutes to make this recipe. So here I have almond paste. I'm going to add sugar. Sugar, here is a little bit of science. Sugar is the ingredients that makes those cookies very soft. They have to stay soft. And we are going to add a little bit of cornstarch. So it's half and half, because cornstarch contains 3 to 4% of cornstarch. And cornstarch helps to bind those ingredients together. Okay, so as in sugar, we're gonna add a little bit of salt, just a pinch. I love to add almond extract. It makes the difference. Okay, I'm gonna use it all. I made a lot of cookies the past few days. They were all gone, all gone. I was almost left with no cookies to show you guys today, but they are absolutely delicious. Make them, and then you will see what I mean. So, and then zest of lemon, just a little bit. You don't have to add it, but I always find that when you use almond, anything with almond, if you also make soft amaretti, pizzicotti siciliani, or in this case also other cookies that are almond based, when you add anything citrus, can be lemon or even more orange zest, enhances the flavor so much, and it tastes so much better. And then also because lemon and vanilla, at least when it comes to Italian baking, is definitely the best combination. You don't want to add too much. You don't want the lemon to overpower the flavor, but definitely you want to add a little bit. Now we have also egg white, but with egg white, what I want you to make sure is that you guys don't go with too much egg whites, because we want the good consistency to roll these cookies, to be able to roll these cookies. If we add too much egg whites, that is gonna be way too sticky. So then you have to add almond flour and so on. You still want to reach that consistency that you can roll it a little bit, or you can give some kind of shape. So we're gonna start with a little bit of egg whites here. And I'm gonna leave just a little bit out. Hi, Dave. Sarah, where are you watching from? Dora, where are you watching from? And all the people connected right now watching. So yes, guys, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate the people that, yeah, all the likes on the posts, and during the video and during the live. I know that it may not mean much to you, but it does for the channel and for the social media. So I really appreciate it. It means to me a lot, because that tells me that you guys appreciate what I do. So yeah, feel free to like the video and subscribe. Perfect. So guys, this is really the perfect consistency. Yes, there is a little bit of egg whites left. So you want to be able to grab a piece and roll it a little bit, but you don't want the dough to be too dry, otherwise the pine nuts are not going to stick. I just want to talk about the previous videos, and if you didn't watch the previous lives, just a quick recap on the previous video and the one that are coming up, because there are more videos to come, of course, right? So okay, here we have a bowl with some pine nuts, and here I have a baking sheet, but there is something that I want to share with you guys about the baking sheet, so just stay with me while I roll some cookies. and I tell you about the previous classes and the one that are coming up. So last week we did crostata alla ricotta. I hope you guys, I don't know if you guys watch it, but that is definitely also a delicious crostata. It's a crostata filled with ricotta, and I will suggest you to go and watch it. That is also very easy to make and absolutely fantastic and delicious. Just add and stick some pine nuts. You can just roll it into the pine nuts, or you can just stick some on top of it. If you don't want the pine nuts at the bottom, too many at the bottom, then you can also roll it, and you can make, and you can just stick some pine nuts on top. You can press it. There it is. And that's it. I don't know if you guys can see it, and you have no pine nuts at the bottom, just to save some because pine nuts are so expensive also. So we made crostata alla ricotta. We made brutti ma buoni, which is another kind of cookies just made with meringue base and almond toasted almonds. Oh my gosh, guys, you have to, I don't know if you tried the recipe, but those cookies were absolutely delicious. So you roll it if you have the right consistency. If they are too sticky, you can use an ice cream spoon, but this is the perfect consistency. So when you make a little bowl, you just press it against the pine nuts, and you end up with some pine nuts on top, and a little bit more. Perfect, and they're good to go. So brutti ma buoni, that was the other class. The other workshop. A new video was posted last Sunday, which is Reese's mini cheesecakes. Reese's peanut butter mini cheesecakes. So guys, don't miss that one. It's a 7-8 minutes video, but those cheesecakes are delicious. They are peanut butter cheesecake filled with Reese's, with the peanut butter ganache on top, chocolate ganache on top, and some chocolate whipping cream on top of the ganache. Okay, so there are Reese's in every bite. The base, the crust is absolutely delicious, made with peanut butter cereals if you want, or you can use just Oreos. So I highly recommend to go and watch that. And then for the next, and for the mini cheesecakes, by the way, if you like mini cheesecakes, you can go and get the mini collection, 10 recipes, tested and tasted for you. And then the next two, the upcoming workshop, I'm gonna make just another couple, and then we're gonna talk about a little bit of techniques. And then the upcoming workshops are olive oil lemon cake. That too is a very rich lemon cake, very moist, lemony, if you like that kind of, if you like any kind of citrus flavor. I do, so that is definitely also one of my favorite. And then the following one, so in 2 weeks, we will be making strawberry panna cotta, and you don't want to miss that one too. Okay guys, so here we have a few cookies. As you can see, very easy to make. Just make sure that you reach the right consistency so that those pine nuts can stick to it, but you can still roll it. If you don't, not a big deal. Once you put them in the bowl, they're gonna have, you know, the pine nuts are going to stick to the dough, and it's gonna be easy to make some little cookies. Now, what is the technique? What is something that I wanted to share with you? This is a little trick. It's very important because you can use this little tip with any kind of cookies that you make, because this is for any kind of cookies. So when you bake cookies, this is a big thing, because what you want to do, this prevents your cookie to burn at the bottom. So what you want to do is just to place one baking sheet on top of another, And this is going to create some space between the two, and it's going to help the heat to distribute evenly. That will prevent your cookies to burn at the bottom. So use this tip for any kind of cookies you bake, and yeah, you are going to thank me. So this is going to be a short, right? All right, so guys, now we have our cookies placed on a parchment paper, double baking sheet if you can't, otherwise just place those cookies in the middle of the oven. You can bake them at 325, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on your oven, and they have to bake for 18-20 minutes. But this is another thing that you want to take into consideration for the best result. Don't wait for the 18-20 minutes. As soon as the pine nuts start turning golden brown, take them out of the oven. The cookies are meant to stay very soft, and then eventually once they cool down, they will be nice and crunchy on the outside and soft and chewy on the inside. So don't worry about it. Don't wait for the peanuts to turn, you know, into a too dark color. So before now I'm not gonna obviously bake them with you guys. You guys don't have to wait, 30, 20 minutes, whatever that is, for them to bake. Please, if you have any questions, let me know. When will you post the new classes? So the classes are already, thank you for the question. The classes are all posted already on Facebook in events. Keep in mind that those classes are also posted always on my website. The recipe is going to be on my website, www.bakeitup.ca. There is also a link in the description box below for the recipe and for the 20% discount if you decide to take the mini collection, the mini cheesecake collection. There is a 20% discount. So, and you can go and check them out. Make sure you guys click on join so that you receive the notification and all the informations about this upcoming workshops. And now it's time to show you the cookies. And here they are. Once they are baked, you wait until they are nice and cool. And then you just dust a little bit, not too much. I mean, it's up to you, right? Because look is also important. A little bit of icing sugar on top. So this is how they look like. I mean, guys, look at this. Some pine nuts at the bottom. They are perfectly baked with some toasted pine nuts. So good. I can guarantee you that once you have one, oh, it's gonna be very hard to stop. Delicious. The shelf life is also quite long. They can last in an airtight container for about 3 weeks. And you can also bake them. You can also freeze them. Just place them in a Ziploc bag and you can freeze them up. Make sure you don't miss the last class. Thank you so much, Dora. I know that you purchased the mini collection. Great recipes. Thank you. I'm very glad that you like it. And don't forget to join me next week with olive oil lemon cake. And ciao a tutti. Grazie mille. Thank you so much. And I will see you next Wednesday. Ciao, baci a tutti!